Hello explorers and welcome to another video. Today is day 9 of Advent of Code and we are going to build some more on our int code computer. In this time we're gonna include the boost program, but the boost program requires a little bit more, of course, of our computer. We need the relative mode. So we had the 0 for the I don't really remember which mode was which here. Let's see. We come back in here. So the int computer, we had mode, and the mode was two different modes. So one is the pointer to a specific, so we put it into the address that is pointed to, or the variable place. Or in the 0 configuration, we put it into the memory address of that argument. But now we will need to implement a relative mode, and the relative mode is something that changes over time. You can set where the start of the relative mode is, or the base of the relative mode, and then you go from there, but you can never go to 0, or you can never go to negative numbers. And the relative mode is 2, so that's a different mode. So 0, 1 and 2 is the mode of the variables here, or the parameters. And if we put in an opcode 9, we can actually adjust the relative base of the program. So this is just explaining how this works, but I will start doing some coding and I'll be back when I have a solution for this one, or something I think works. And I'm back, and today was a bit of refactoring, and there were a lot of different moving parts here. And we had, first off, some changes to the int computer. Everything in the int computer is now running longs, because they were handling large numbers in the program, much larger numbers, and I added some constants up here for the address mode, parameter mode, and relative mode. Address mode is default, so I have not used it down below, but I've added it up here at least. And then we have this relative base that I've created. It's an int for the moment. We still set the mode in the program up here, and then I added this little function here to set the output value, so it will run through, and with a specific mode and specific value it will set the third parameter, so the output value of the current operation. Perhaps there could be a better function name for this. Please leave a comment in the comment section down below so I can change this. But if it's a relative mode, we use the program counter, or the place, the actual argument, and then we plus the base to that argument, and that is the place that we want to place our value. The other two functions here, or the other two, are equal to that we did before, so those haven't changed, and we just moved them up to a function here. Another thing here for the input values, then we check the P1 here, and in the relative mode we do the same calculation here to get value 1, and the same goes for value 2 down here in the relative mode, so we get those from that operation here. Then we have the addition, and you see here that I use this set output val for the addition, the multiplication, and if I have an input, then I will do the same for that input. At the moment I do an input poll last, and that's the way I get the last value of the stack. So I guess that's the correct solution for the DQ. It's a pretty weird structure. I haven't used it too much. Anyway, we push new values to it if we get an output as usual. And then we have less than equals. This is the new change here. So if we have a change of the relative base, we take the current relative base and we add the number of the first value to that base. So that will change the value, and we had a program that printed itself, so it changed the relative base with 1 each time and then printed the location, or outputted the location of -1. So that's an interesting way of doing a program, but it actually printed itself. So it seems that for the examples that they have given, it still works. They also asked for a lot more memory, so I now have 100,000 positions where you can put things in, and I take this program and copy it into that large program here. I input it into my computer here. I set the mode to 1. I don't know if that's needed, but the input need to be 1 as well, so I added an input here, and then I ran it. And I got an output in the DQ, and I pulled the last value here. So this is what the number I got out from this. So let's see if that's the correct solution to today's puzzle. Yes! You get a gold star, I get a gold star, everybody gets a gold star! We solved that one too. So I will go on and read puzzle number 2 for today, and I'll get back to you when I understand what to do next. Hello again, and now I have read this, and it only says that now we need to run the same program in boost mode, and that's the input instruction 2. So let's just change it up to using 2 then as an input. So let's change the mode to 2 as well and see if that does anything. And we got a different value here, 88231. So could that be the solution here? Yes! We just changed the mode and it works. Ha! You get a gold star, I get a gold star, everybody gets a gold star. That's interesting. Just such a simple change, and we got the second gold star for day 9. I hope that you found this video interesting. I hope that you learned something today. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down in the comment section down below. I also went back and actually checked if I got any different result on puzzle number 7, and I still haven't figured that one out, even though I did a lot of changes today and I had some things that I might have thought a little bit weirdly about, so maybe it could help me in that example, but it didn't. I get the same output result of 129, so something is still strange with my int program. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any comments, leave them down in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel where we do tutorials and talk about interesting new libraries and do coding puzzles, then please subscribe. And I really hope to see you in the next video.